Everybody, welcome to Zoom Lagoon. All right, that was a little crazy opening. Trying to mix it up. I am so glad you're here on Zoom Lagoon. It is Wednesday night. We got another hot one. We got we got 3 comedians coming back to Zoom Lagoon. So lucky that they brought their times back and some new jokes. I can't wait to hear it. We have the 13-year-old Max Purget is here calling in from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he's a comedian I did a show with at the fabulous club called Flappers. Cheers to all the Flappers people keeping it going. Cheers. It's happy hour here on Wednesday night. All right. And then we have Teresa Lo is back. The lovely, lovely Teresa Lo. And then we got Jay Jones closing it out tonight. We did some great shows in Hawaii. But hey, check this. Oh, no. Next week. I got Michael Rayner. You want something scary? I got Hello Perry. You want to wreck some cars? I got Mia Mars. You want a little bonus? You got Jordan Jones. You look like Marilyn Manson, man. Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue had a brain. Plus special surprise performances from some of your favorites. October 28th. Oops. Hey, what's up? Hey, thank you for joining me. Remember, all our performers are performing. They're donating their time, but I want you to think about helping out the American Heart Association. You can donate at heart.org. Hey, check this out. We're going to play a game, but some people are thinking, I don't know, what's the prize? Sometimes Scott has some lame stuff. But you know what? We got this. Here, check this out. Oh, and Eddie Van Halen mask. That is not a good enough intro, but this is. Yeah, for safety. Oh, yes. Oh, what do you think the pandemic's gonna be this year? I got my vaccine. Give me something to cover my face with. Yeah, I'm for safety, yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. Hey, face my hair, spicy boo-bop. Someone's gonna win, and I wonder who it's gonna be. Let's meet our gallery. Now's the time when I ask questions. Yes, I do. Oh yeah, welcome to Zoom, our Lagoon Quiz. Lagoon, ladies first. Let's say hello to the beautiful Teresa Lo. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. How about you?
I am good. I am here with my cat, Tango.
Oh, cute. Kawaii. Hey, and then we got 13-year-old calling in from Tulsa, Oklahoma. My man, Max. How's it going, bro?
Hey, it's going pretty good. I'm here with my pencil, Steve.
Oh, same thing. My safety pencil. And then calling in, we got Jay Jones. How you doing, bro?
No, it's okay, I do want Max from now on. You have to pet that pencil. So if I don't see you just occasionally just having the day with it, I'm going to be disappointed.
Gotta commit, bro.
You decided that you love that pencil, and now you have to love that pencil. So congratulations. You have a pet for however long pencils last. So what, 2 weeks?
Magic pencil.
None of us are ever ready for this commitment, Max. This is what happens.
I know. Erasers come and go. Pencils are forever. Just know. I teach elementary school. I went months just seeing pencils without erasers. I'm like, who's eating these? How bad is your writing? Just get a new paper. Save the eraser. I know. All right, now it's time to play Quizoom Lagoon. So here's what's going to happen. We are going to go in order of performance. It's going to go Max, Teresa, and then Jay Jones. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories to choose from. You get to, if you answer it right away, you get 2 points. If you could also say, I'd like a hint, and you could go for 1. If that person doesn't get it, the other people have a chance to steal. So here we go. You guys ready? So starting with Max, here are your categories. We have USA, animals, Disney, sports, friends, nerd, and tragedies.
Oh,
good variety, huh?
Yeah.
Little something for everybody.
I feel like I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot if I don't pick nerd. I'm gonna pick nerd.
Nerd. Okay, here is the nerd question. Here we go. How many Harry Potter books are there?
Oh my gosh, you know this?
I'm
gonna go 10.
10. Okay, let's see. Oh, not 10. Anybody for the steal? Teresa Lo is going to steal.
7.
7 is... Oh, no, I'm wrong. No, that is this. Wrong one. That is correct. Teresa Lo, 2 points. And now you get to go again because it's now your turn. So here's what we have left. We have USA, animal, Disney, sports, friends, tragedy.
Is it Friends, like TV show, or just Friends?
Yeah, Friends TV
Friends
show.
TV show. I'll take that.
Ross Geller, divorced how many times?
3.
3 is... Oh, man. Jay Jones, that girl just like stomped on you. Okay, but let me get Jay a question. Let's see. You ready, Jay?
Yeah.
So we got USA. Oh, by the way, can you, first off, Teresa, can you name them? Name the divorces?
Carol, Emily, and Rachel.
Amazing. All right. So we have USA, animal, Disney, sports, tragedies.
I feel like no one's going to pick tragedies. So I will take tragedies. What do you got?
Tragedies. What year did Keeping Up with the Kardashian premiere?
Oh my God, that was a tragedy.
Sorry, American culture. Sorry, Kardashians. Actually, they did some nice stuff at my son's school, so I feel bad.
I'm gonna go for 2005.
Ooh, 2007. So Teresa, you're the winner. After this, let me get your send me a message with your address. I'm gonna have Amazon send it directly to you.
Oh, yay!
Oh yeah, congratulations. People really do win. All right, and now it's time for sets. S-A-T. Time to do sets. Time to do sets. Music and comedy, it's time to do sets. Magic and variety, it's time to do sets. Hey, time to do sets. Every night we have a theme for people's theme songs for their intros, because my goal is to give people the biggest intro they've ever had, because I appreciate their time so much. So I put in all the stuff. We've done the Beatles, we've done the Stones, we've done Pink Floyd, we did Metallica. We did a couple other ones, but tonight it's the Rasta Man, Bob Marley. And before we start, my apologies to the Marley family for messing them up so hard. That's his movie coming out. has a movie. It's coming out this year. That's right. Max is back on Zoom Lagoon. Max Purget, everybody.
That was great.
I always feel small, bro.
All right, so let's see. I'll give myself an introduction as well. What's going on, everyone? It's Zoom Lagoon. My name is Max Purget. And like most stand-up comedians, I still live with my parents. And as a comedian, I need to stay relevant. So I've established some, current political views. Warning, this may trigger some people. Conservatives, liberals, Republicans and Democrats, CNN, Fox News, politics, left, right, extreme center. Sorry if I offended anyone. I hope I don't get canceled in 20 years. See, I am deathly afraid of shots, but I decided to face my fears and go in and get my flu shot this year. So I walk into the doctor's office, I pull up my sleeve and say, "I'm ready, doc. I'm ready for the shot." And he says, "Sorry, the shot's not for your arm." And that was enough for me to leave his office. So maybe next year.
That wasn't a doctor's office.
I think it's a little weird how kids like to dress up as pirates. Of course, pirates, those psychopaths with scurvy, and his only main purpose in life is to pillage and destroy random towns and innocent people. Who saw that and was like, son, you should be more like them. Anyway, I'm going as a pirate for Halloween. Going back to school is actually a little different, because of the virus. Like, we can't play open mouth sneezing tag anymore. Then virtual homeschool is also weird because my new teacher drinks and never takes a shower. And see, I spend half my time of the year in LA and half of it in Oklahoma. And everyone asks, "So what's it like going from a farm to a big city?" And so I tell them, well, I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in a cardigan. Like, this is the land of fame and success. And I'm thinking, am I going to fit in? So I jumped in the cab. Here I am for the first time. I look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everyone seems so famous. My tummy's turning in. I'm feeling kind of anxious, too much pressure, and I'm nervous. But that's when the taxi man turned on the radio. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. Everybody, so put my hands up, play my song, butterflies fly away.
Party in the USA.
So that's basically what it's like.
That's a jam.
That is the jam of 10 years ago.
I'm old. 10 years doesn't feel so long.
That's all the time that I've prepared for this show. I'll stay on, but that's all the time I've prepared for this.
Hey, let's give him a round of applause. Come on, 13 years old. We did a show at Flappers. He was already on. He did a set, so he's doing new stuff. And you know what? I wanted to show you. Is this the right button? Let me see. Because Max has a movie coming out. And let's take a little look at it.
Where are they?
What?
Where's the movie?
It's in my room.
Call your mom.
Okay, here's the plan. I knew the odds weren't in my favor, but there's just so much a man can take. I lost my mind.
You know we're gonna die, right?
It's highly probable.
Oh yeah, let's give a round of applause. Come on, guys. That was tight. Hey, so do you have any other shows coming up or any other things you'd like to promote?
I guess no, not really. It's pretty chill right now.
Pretty chill. And hey, you know what I wanted to ask you, bro? So it's almost Halloween. So what does a 13-year-old in Oklahoma have planned for Halloween? I'm curious.
We're going. Wait, like what is my Halloween costume or what?
People trick or treat. No, is it like because in LA it's kind of are kids gonna trick or treat or not? It's kind of like but he. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, Oklahomans, we're pretty rough and tough, so we'll just like throw the candy at them.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't
Everybody
cross.
wins.
Yeah,
you get candy and I get target practice.
Yeah. Bring a mitt. Be a baseball player. Think ahead. Hey, and if you're going to be a baseball player, be a Dodger. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Dodgers. Hey, all right, one more time for Max, everybody. And now we're going to do a transition for Teresa Lo. Instead of no woman, no cry, it's low woman. Don't cry. Funny lies inside. Don't shed no tears. Cheers, come on, cheers up. Teresa Lo, don't cry. Teresa Lo. Yeah. There's all her deeds. Come on, Teresa Lo.
Song's a little misleading because I cry all the time. I don't know. It's funny, Scott, like when you invited me to the show and you said like, make it a clean set. And then now it's like clean, but also like suitable for a kid. So I hope that I can do this.
Yeah, come on.
This will be new for me. So I had to, remove some jokes, but let's see where this goes. So earlier you guys met my cat and I got her. Yeah, she said she was huge. She is huge. She's like 15 pounds. And when I got her from the shelter, they're like, you're the only person in LA who still likes old pussy. Yes, that makes it more PG. And but I got an older cat because I thought it'd be easier than getting a kitten. But it turns out like I adopted this moron. And so when my cat goes to the bathroom, she sticks her hands in the litter box, but her butt is outside. And so she poops all over my floor. And she's still the best roommate that I've ever had. And the other morning I woke up and I was like, what is that smell? And I go out into the living room and there is just poop smeared all over the floor. Like it is in the living room, it's in the bathroom, it's in the kitchen. And so what happened was that the Roomba ran over her morning surprise and then just spread it all over my apartment.
Oh, man.
And that Roomba's still the best housekeeper I've ever had. So,
and Amazon Prime will still take it back. I love those guys.
I love Amazon, right? I love it. But you guys are familiar with those like 25 under 25 lists or like the 30 under 30 lists, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I hate those so much because I am never going to be on them, right? But like really, like when you look at it, it's like, oh, Ashley, she started a company. It's worth $3 million. She's only 22. And then you find out like Ashley's parents are like billionaires. So it's like, how is this like a real accomplishment, right? Like these lists are basically just an itemized list of really rich people. And I was thinking like, we should just rob them.
Ah.
That's my solution, right? It's like, thank you, Forbes. Thank you for just letting us know who's rich and young. They can replenish their, money later. So I don't know. Maybe you guys don't sound like you're on board with Robin. That's fine.
No, I was just thinking of the list. I'm like, where does that guy live?
And you know what? And we're all wearing masks now. You can go over. You can get away with it now.
Get a map of the stars home. Come on, let's go.
Exactly. The list is ready for us.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Let's see what else I want to talk about. So the news tends to make me mad because sometimes like the stories are so ridiculous. Like I saw that the University of Michigan recently had to apologize because they started something called the non-POC Cafe. It was a place for non-POC people to come together and talk about non-POC issues. And I was like, what kind of world do we live in where white people are afraid to call themselves white people? And then why do white people even need a non-POC cafe? Like they already have Cracker Barrel.
White people.
I saw that the Oscars were changing their rules for Best Picture, where like in a few years, they like any Best Picture nominee has to meet this diversity quota. And I was like, yeah, that's how you're going to make great art, right? With like a white cast, a white producers, a white director, and then one half Asian makeup artist. That is all they're going to do. I guess like my last thing that I want to leave on is that I used to be an intern at the Letterman show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And thank you.
That's cool. How many years did you do that?
Only for a semester. And it was an unpaid internship. And my dad was like, why would you do that? And I was like, Dad, it is a once in a lifetime opportunity for a multi-million-dollar company to allow me to work for free. So grateful. And so I go to New York from Kansas. That's where I'm from.
Wow.
I go to New York and most of the staff is white. Most of the interns are white, except for me and another Asian girl. Her name was Angela, and no one could tell us apart. Like I would go down to the editing room and they would be like, how did you get down here so fast? I gave a producer coffee and he was like, why did you change your shirt? I was like, does it make more sense to you that I would change my shirt instead of there being two Asian people here? And first couple weeks that I was there, I made this huge mistake. So like I'm walking down the hall and I see David Letterman like walking towards me and I'm so excited. I'm like, good morning, Mr. Letterman. And everyone was like,
don't speak to him.
Someone had to pull me aside and was like, you cannot speak to David Letterman. You cannot look at David Letterman. What were you thinking, Angela?
You're like, yep.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm Angela, yeah, you know, and no one ever saw Angela again.
That's funny.
But then, like, I told you how we're never getting paid, right? So the only real payment we ever got was like free sodas. And one of the producers, she looked at the sodas and was like, the interns are drinking too many sodas. We need to stop this. And I was like, that 7-Up is my lunch, Debbie. So they took the 7-Up away. And so I just drank my tears.
Oh.
Very sad, very real. But like the year after I left, an intern actually sued the Letterman show for like labor law violations. And I was like, yeah, stick it to them. They don't give us sodas. Yeah, fight the man. And then months later, she dropped the case. And I guess like David Letterman finally said hi to her. Anyway, that is it for me. I'm Teresa Lo. Thank you.
Hey, Teresa Lo. Awesome. Hey, I know you got a bunch of other great online shows coming up. You want to promote a couple?
Yeah, actually, I am teaching a freelance writing class at the Boston Comedy Festival in December. And if anybody want to take it, you can sign up through the Flappers Comedy website.
Oh, that's fantastic. And tell what are some of the plays you've written for some pretty big magazines, right? And you have a book out.
Yeah, so I have a few books. The newest one is called The Sugar Baby Club. I've also written a book called The Red Lantern Scandals and Hell's Game. I've written for Pop Sugar and most, I guess, famously for Hustler Magazine.
Hey now.
All right, Max, don't listen to that part.
It's like the dance. Do the hustle. Dun, 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 dun. That's like he's gonna get that reference. That's you know that song from '73.
Oh, I remember the war.
It was. Hey, well, I'm grateful for you being here. Let's give her a round of applause. Come on, Teresa Lo. That's awesome. And now we're gonna break it down with my man Jay Jones. But I have an embarrassing intro first. Won't you help to sing these songs of Jay Jones? 'Cause all I've ever had was Jay Jones' song. Jay Jones' song. All I ever had. Jay Jones' song. Jay Jones is back. Yeah, Jay Jones is in the house. Round of applause. Yeah.
Oh my God, if I had a lighter, you have no idea how much I would have held it up for that. I was looking forward, and this is just a weird aside, I was super looking forward to the song that was going to happen, and you did not disappoint, so thank you so much for that.
Sure, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I don't have a lot going on for me during the quarantine. That's really what's happening. Everyone else is writing books and making movies, and I'm just sitting here just trying to figure out how to get songs written about me. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Right before everything happened, like an old person looked me in the eyes, and they were like, life only has lessons, not regrets. And at the time I was like, that's so deep. But I've had 7 months to think about it because of the quarantine, and I don't agree with that anymore. I think life has a lot of regrets in it. There's definitely not lessons in life. I'll give you an example. I've licked someone else's vomit off their hand. I didn't learn anything from that. That's a full regret. And okay, not entirely true. I found out that other people's vomit tastes like mine, so we're all the same inside. But I could have learned that from anywhere. I didn't have to lick vomit. I could have watched MLK give the I have a dream speech and get the same lesson. It's a regret. It's a full regret. And by the way, every time I tell people that I've licked someone else's vomit, I get a lot of judgment. I saw it as soon as I said it. Y'all didn't see it. Maybe you did. Max turned and looked at the screen like, you did what? Like, I saw you do that, Max. And here's what I'm trying to tell you. I know you're judging me for it, but what I'm here to tell you is that is not even the most disgusting thing I've ever put in my mouth. Let's take a walk down my memory. I have a friend. For right now, let's call him Hickam. After Homer Hickam, if you know who that is, he's a rocket scientist in Southern. Hickam is from Eastern Tennessee, and so he also is a rocket scientist. And I don't know if you've ever talked to anyone from Eastern Tennessee, but it's like talking to a plate of biscuits and gravy. It doesn't make any sense, and it's real Southern. And that's what he was. That's who Hickam was. One year he asked me to go back to Greenville, where he was from, for his sister's graduation party. And so I went, and we went during cicada season. And if you don't know what cicadas are, just for a quick entomology lesson, there are these bugs that stay as larvae for 17 years. So for 17 years, they're just larvae. Yeah, just living in the trees. And then for 2 weeks, they become adults. They come out, they can fly, they mate, they lay eggs, and then they die after 2 weeks. And they're everywhere. It's just swarms of them. They're related to locusts. And so if you are in a town where this happens, it's like these giant green bugs with bright orange eyes are just mating everywhere. They're super horny. It's like the worst episode of Rick and Morty to come to life. It's the absolute worst. we were there, and while we were there, me and Hickam were sitting on the porch because we were in Eastern Tennessee. And there's not a lot of other things to do. And we saw a dog like just snap one out of the air and just eat a cicada. Nice. And we both saw it. Yeah, it was actually really impressive. So impressive, Scott, that Hickam grabbed one, popped it in his mouth, ate it right in front of me.
Wow.
Then he dared me to do it. And there's something you need to know about me. I am not a coward, first and foremost. Yeah. And I am not squeamish. And I will not back down from a challenge. So I grab a cicada live. I pop it in my mouth. And at this moment, I want you to know that my regret was biting down because I just got an explosion of butt guts all over in my mouth. It was the most disgusting thing I ever tasted. But again, not a coward, not squeamish. I swallow it down, and I tried to put on like a brave face because Hickam didn't even flinch when he did it, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't bad. I bet I could cook these so that people would enjoy them." And then Hickam disagreed, and I was like, "No, I can do it." We got into a back and forth, and finally I was like, all right, look, come with me. We went to Walmart because, again, in the South, it's the only place you can go. When to Walmart, we find the cooking goods. They were right next to the Confederate flags. You couldn't miss it. If you've ever been to Walmart in the South, you know how true that is. And so we get funnel cake batter, we get chocolate, we get powdered sugar, and we get a bottle of rum. And then we go back to Hickam's house. We catch 20 live cicadas. We put them in a jar and then put them in the freezer so they die humanely because I'm not a monster. And then we dipped them in the funnel cake batter, deep fried them, melted the chocolate, covered them in the chocolate, and then sprinkled powdered sugar on them. And then I put them all in this like really pretty, like fancy serving plate. And then Hickam went and got a sign. And on the sign, he wrote 17-year chocolates. And then we took those with us to the graduation party we were there for. Put them out at the graduation party. It went so well, by the way, that I forgot I did that until about 2/3 of the way into the party. I'm like dancing with this girl, and all of a sudden I hear out of the back of the room, "Oh, there's an insect leg in my chocolate." And I hear someone else say, "Oh, yeah, there's an insect leg in my chocolate too." And I look over at the table where the plate was, and on that table, I see the plate with only 3 chocolates left.
Oh, God.
And then I look around the room to find Hickam, and he's just standing over in the corner like an REI mannequin, just frozen because he's afraid of what's happening. I look back at the plate, there's a crowd of people gathering around with like a little plastic fork. And so they start cutting into it, and I hear someone finally say, "There's bugs in all these chocolates. Who made these?" I look back at Hickam. He takes off running for the car.
Oh, man.
And then I was faced with what I'm going to say is quite possibly one of the biggest decisions of my life, because I realized at that time that I am in Greenville, Tennessee, in a party full of all white people. I am the only black person there. And if you've ever been the only black person anywhere, and even if you haven't, I think you can imagine how that makes you feel. You can guess. It's not great. On top of that, I just fed this entire party without them knowing. Funnel cake battered, chocolate covered, powdered sugar dusted, bugs. And
oh, man.
The thing about consent is you should get it if you're going to feed someone bugs. And I just ran. I just did the only thing I could possibly do. I ran straight to the car, and then we drove 5.5 hours back home. And all I really learned in that moment, if I have to be honest, is white people don't like being fed bugs and not being told it. That's all I learned. Yeah. And that's not really a lesson. I knew that before I did it. So this is a regret. Like I said, I actually am from Alabama. It's a hot time to be from Alabama. I don't know if anyone else, well, I know that no one here is from Alabama. Wait, Max, you might be. I don't know. Alabama, it's a hot time. It's a terrible time to be from Alabama. But here is what I will tell you. Being from Alabama is only terrible because the only thing worse than being born in Alabama is living there. It's the only thing worse. And the most messed up part about Alabama in general is how hard they fight to make sure that more of us can be born there. That's what's worse about it. They are really into people being born there. That's an abortion joke. I'm sorry. Let's move forward. I'm going to wrap with some of my favorite clean jokes. They're jokes that I have written that I'm a big fan of. And depending upon how well they go, I might just leave middle. So if you don't laugh at these, you're only going to get one or two. Here's my first one. Good. Scott gets it. Scott gets it. Everyone do what Scott does.
Get you off a good start.
Here's my first clean joke. Do white supremacists feel hypocritical when they tan?
It is a thing.
Yeah. Can you hate brown people if you got a good base? Can you?
Or if they orange themselves.
Same. I feel like you can't, right? I mean, if you're orange, you're just a light brown. Okay, second one. Are Crips cool with blood transfusions? No? Yeah. Like if you go into a hospital and you hear someone yell, "But blood is how I got here." Do you know? Okay. All right, I'm gonna wrap up with these because I just realized these are pretty much dad jokes. Here's the last one. I was actually recently in my kitchen, not this time because as you can see, I am actually in my kitchen. And there was a fly just buzzing around, and I wanted to get rid of it. So I grabbed a bottle of Febreze. It just happened to be sitting there, and I sprayed the fly with it, and the fly died immediately. And I felt kind of bad about that because it was the first time since the 90s that I had made anything fresh to death. My name has been Jay Jones. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, nice, man. Hey, so tell us, what do you got coming up? Or you said you're just kicking back and waiting it out?
Yeah, I got shows coming up. If you go to jjonescomedy.com, you can find those. I'm actually on like 2 podcasts that kind of started up mid-quarantine.
Oh, great.
The closest, yeah, I'm super excited about those. The closest show to right now is on November 1st. It's actually a benefit show for a theater that's here in Seattle called The Rendezvous. They're doing a great variety show. It's going to be, and I know variety show is your thing, Scott, so I apologize that they're trying to steal a little of your thunder, but I guarantee you, I'm not as good as this.
Every performer gets to perform.
I guarantee you, not as well done as this show, but still close second. But I'm going to be on it. There's, I think, one other comedian. There are burlesque dancers. There's a couple of magicians. So they're doing a really big extravaganza. You can find all the information for that at jjonescomedy.com. So J as in the letter, Jones is in my last name, and comedy is in what I do. Definitely come check that one out, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you so much, Scott.
And what was your Instagram again?
Instagram and Twitter, _J.
All right, give him a round of applause. Yeah, I want to thank all my guests. We had Max. Thanks for staying up late. I know it's late where you are. We had Teresa Lo. So awesome. Good luck with the festival, the Boston Festival, right? That's going to be fantastic. And Jay Jones, thanks. Wait, hold on a sec. You got to get some for Jay Jones. I
ate bugs for that joke.
You ate bugs for it, man. Oh, you know what? Here's something funny. My dad was a science and health teacher for middle school, and so the dissecting, I did all the dissecting and all that stuff. But people used to bring him like the scorpion suckers you see like on the road, or chocolate covered bees, or chocolate. I ate it all, man. Tastes like Krispies. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, hey, I'm so grateful my guests are here. Hey, everybody, I want to say, if you can, please donate to the American Heart Association at heart.org, or take that money, pay your copay, and go get some tests, get yourself checked out, stay healthy, be kind to each other. And like I always say, we're almost there. You only get one vote. That means you get one more post on Facebook, and then shut up, because you're not changing anybody's mind. I got a couple people on my feed. I'm like, Mellow, wow, I can't wait for this to be over. I feel the anxiety. I already voted. Hope you did. Love the Lakers. Love the Dodgers. And I'm grateful for all my guests being here. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Oh my God, wait, I forgot to say next week. Oh yeah, it's the Halloween Spooktacular. I love Halloween. Oh, Michael Rayner. We got Meadow Perry. We got Mia Mars and Jordan John and Scary. Oh, it's my show. It's called a Zoom Lagoon. It's coming next Wednesday, October 28th, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. See you next week on Zoom Lagoon. Go Dodgers, go Dodgers, go Dodgers, go Dodgers. Bye. Go Dodgers.